welcome to the channel. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the NECA Friday the 13th, Part 4, Jason Voorhees figure. This figure measures in at about 7.5 inches. He comes with a gravestone for Pamela Voorhees, 2 heads, 2 masks, an axe, a bone saw, a corkscrew, a machete, a knife, a meat cleaver, and an extra hand for Jason Voorhees. The mask on this Jason Voorhees has the giant bloody axe crack right there, along with a bit of the chevron falling off on there and then right there. The holes are a little smaller than the other Jason figures that I have, and the eyes are not blacked out, unlike the Jason Lives figure. If we take off his mask, you can see he has a very deformed face from Part 4, with the one eye looking up and his teeth all jagged and sticking out like that, along with the face being quite wrinkled, and obviously the giant gaping crack from the axe. Now, if we switch him out to his alternate face, it is very similar to the first face, apart from a few differences. The chevrons have now both fallen off on the sides of his mask, and it's still just like that. Other than that, it's mostly the same. You still have the axe crack. If we lift it up, his face is also mostly the same, although the mouth is now open, and he has this giant gash where you would stick the machete to replicate that one scene from the end of the movie, where he gets the machete right in the side of his head. You can also fit a few other things in here if you want, like the hacksaw. Doesn't work bad. The knife fits okay. And even the meat cleaver can go on the side of his head pretty well. But that is mostly it. The only annoying thing about this face that isn't like the other face is when you put the mask on sometimes, the strap right here can sometimes get stuck in that little crack and then be hard to take out. Now, other than the 2 heads, he also has the gravestone of Pamela Voorhees as one of his accessories. It has this really nice granite texture and 1930-1979 at rest, and that's done really well. I usually place it right next to Jason. He also has this tighter hand that goes right here so that he can hold specific weapons. Starting with weapons, we have the machete, which is just caked in blood. I don't really like the blood on here. It's very light. It's just kind of completely covering it, which isn't an awful thing, but I wish it was a lot more like mainly on the blade. But you can fit that in his hand right here, and that fits pretty well. He also has the knife, which I think the blood is much better done on. It's just on the tip, and then the rest of it's kind of clean, along with the really nice handle. And that fits more in the tighter hand that you'd put on Jason. He comes with the corkscrew, which you need to open the thumb of this hand up to do, which is kind of hard. So when I display Jason, I just kind of hold it like that, and it doesn't look the best, but I do enjoy that they did add the corkscrew from the movie in here, because it's a cool little thing, and I do like displaying him with it sometimes, maybe as a little joke. He also comes with the axe, which is the cleanest accessory in here, the only one without blood, and that doesn't fit too well in the big hand, because it just kind of falls through, but if you go to the tighter hand, it fits into it rather tightly, but it goes in very well, so he can hold it. He also comes with the butcher's knife or meat cleaver that has a very wide handle that you just stick in here and then kind of rotate, and then that goes in there. I think the blood's done probably the best on it, and then you can just, pose that how you want, and that's really good. The only other accessory is the bone saw, which you also need to open his hand up on the big hand to fit in, and it's kind of a tight fit, which I have trouble doing, but when it is in his hand, it looks really good, and it's a really well-painted thing. If we move on to more of the detail of his figure, we've already looked at his face, which is pretty well done. He has just his normal green work shirt, which is pretty muddy and a little blood-stained. It looks very dirty, and it's very well done. If we go down to his hands, on both hands, he has these really black and ugly fingernails, which are done really well on him. And if we go down to his pants, he has just a ton of mud and dirt on those pants, and it's just really well done on the figure. And then he just has the shoes. He doesn't have as much detail as some of the other Jason figures, because it's probably one of his most simple designs, apart from the face. But he looks really good. He's a very well done figure. I know I've done a lot of Friday the 13th content on my channel recently, and I am going to get back to other horror things along with Legos, but I've just stumbled across a lot of NECA figures recently, and this is my 13th video, so I thought it'd be pretty cool to have a Friday the 13th figure. Other than that, thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, bye.